Hey guys, it's Bob with JohnyTechReview, and I hope you guys are doing well. It's the beginning of 2024, and I want to quickly go over a watch I've been using for the past 3 or 4 weeks. This is called the KUMI GW5 Pro. The company reached out to me for me to give a try on a few of their fitness tracker. This is their flagship quote-unquote version. This one has all the features. It has a really nice big screen. The screen on this unit is 1.43 AMOLED display. So on the unit here are some of the information you can see. The screen is a 1.43 AMOLED display, 460 by 460. Capacity of battery is 300 milliamp. Is roughly 2 hours of charging, and it has an IP68 rating. It supports both iOS and Android, and for me, I've been using it on iOS 17. The unit itself is very well made. The quality is really nice. So the band is soft silicone. Yes, I guess it's ceramic, and the buttons are metal. There are 3 buttons. The main one is the down in the middle here. You can change the flate, different face, and you can also scroll on the app. So recently on my vacation, I took this unit and I've been using it to track my hiking, fitness, sleeping. It also does blood pressure monitoring, and I'll talk about that in a minute here in terms of accuracy. Yeah, let's get into the unit a little bit. Some of my really positive thing to say about this unit. Really nice displays. The screen is really bright during the day. I set it at about 70%, and with that 70%, the battery lasts roughly about 10 days or so. So that's normal usage. Again, just tracking. I'm not running any app, anything special on it. Currently, it has a 5-second screen off to say battery. As you can see, it automatically go off. And then the band itself is super comfortable to wear. I did wear it too tight one time for about 3 days, and that kind of created a little indent in my hand and give me a little bit of a rash. But other than that, I kind of loosened it a little bit. They tell you to wear it kind of tight, but not super tight. Pretty typical for these fitness tracker. This is the unit that I've been using for 3 or 4 weeks. They also sent me a silver unit just so you can kind of see what it looked like, but I did not play with this unit too much. It is a different color, and I got this recently as I came back from my trip. I thought, at first I didn't like this color, but turned out this color is actually quite nice, as you can see in person. Now, let's talk about some of the software and features that this come with. So it has heart rate monitoring, it has blood pressure, it has sleep tracking. So from my perspective as a fitness tracker, this device from a pricing point is kind of expensive. I think it's like $60-70 at the time of the review, which is on the higher end of expensive unit. I also bought my wife this from Xiaomi. This is the Mi Band 8 Pro. This one has GPS. Unfortunately, what happened is we've been using this unit, and I was mistaken using that charger for this, and I actually burned this. So a misfortune on my part. That is kind of like the standard for me when comparing this software to this unit. So this unit, the interface, as you can see, is very slick, very smooth, and it's very reactive and responsive. So that's good. The sleep monitoring works pretty well. The walking and the step tracking is pretty good. I wouldn't say it's bad. I'd say similar to the Apple Watch I've been using. For me, the heart rate monitoring is also quite nice. In terms of the blood pressure monitoring, I don't think it's that accurate. I can put some number on the screen here to see, but it's basically the average of my blood pressure, which is fine. However, when I try it on my wife, who has a slightly elevated blood pressure, it's still showing the same number. So I believe that this technology, similar to the Mi Band, are not very accurate. I also have another band which I have some issues with in terms of trying to return it. That one also have a similar challenge. I think they all use pretty similar technology in terms of how they try to use the oxygen sensor to measure your blood pressure over time, and it's not really that accurate. So I would say any of these fitness trackers so far, blood pressure, if that's what you want, you probably want a medical device. These will not work. Now, the device itself, loudspeaker, has built-in speaker. You can make speaker phone call, that works fine. It has notification. You can mirror your various different notifications from iMessage to Telegram, etc. Those work pretty well, no problem now. Now, where I have some challenge is in the software of this, and I will discuss about that. So the software is, I would say, pretty basic compared to the Mi Fitness app, which I was using for the Mi Band. That software was a lot nicer layout with a lot more information. Here in terms of the sleep tracking, for example, you can see there's not a lot of detail. You can look at the detail for the current day, but you can't go back and historically look at all the other day. It's pretty basic. The color scheme is kind of bad. It's hard to say, to see things. On the blood pressure monitor, you can see some information here, and then on the tracking, it also works fine. In terms of the walking and activities, it works fine also, but there's no built-in GPS in unit for this unit. And the Mi Band Pro, which is about $80 right now, has GPS built-in, which is much better than this, and that app is also better. So to me, in terms of the cost and the quality, I think the quality is there, but only on the hardware, not the software. I think the software needs a lot of work. So I suggest the company do a better job of implementing this software. I believe the software needs a lot more work in terms of giving us detail, giving us more customization. I think that's where this product lacks. So at the moment, I wouldn't recommend this device if you're looking for a fitness tracker. There are much other better one out on the market for less money, and that does the same thing with slightly better or the same app, right? For me right now, the Mi Band are the top in terms of the app functionality, and no one really come close to that. Now, in terms of battery life, I think this is pretty standard for a screen this big, for it being on. It's pretty aggressively same battery. You can also have a always on display screen, which I turned it off, but that has a different mode. It's like black and white, and that's also nice. But with a regular usage like this, it lasts over 10 days, so I think that's quite good. And charging is just 2 hours. I use one of these charging ports, and again, that is where the challenge that I have come in. I used the wrong one to charge my Mi Band. I use this one here. You can see it melted that, which is really terrible. Could have a big fire hazard, but it accepted the port and then burned my Mi Band, which I'm very sad about. The Mi Band used a white cable, and I'm mistaken this. But yeah, just I guess pump out some good juice to charge, and the Mi Band didn't like that, so they kind of melt. So anyway, be careful if you buy one of these. Just make sure that you're using the right charger for the right fitness tracker. Even though they fit, they don't always charge correctly. So now in terms of the watch face, the device does come with a lot. You can install over like 100 on the app. The app take roughly about 1 to 2 minutes to change the face to upload it. So to me, that's a little bit slow. Some of the basic fitness tracking face looks pretty good. However, the customization is pretty lackluster, and a lot of it is like anime, kind of, cartoonish kind of watch face. I think the Mi Band does a much better job of offering a lot more like professional or maybe elegant. There are some elegant face on here too, but yeah. To me, how long it takes to transfer is kind of a little bit disappointment. I know this is Bluetooth 5 something, so I know it's pretty fast, but they limit the protocol, I guess, maybe. I don't know. It transfers pretty slow. But yeah, I mean, in terms of the screen itself, it's really amazing screen, as you can see. Sadly, the watch face is a bit lackluster. Again, it's probably, maybe it's just my personal preference, but, I would wish there's some other one. But yeah, there's some nice one. I typically use this one a lot because it shows me a lot of information. But yeah, you can only put like 1 or 2 custom one on here. If you load a new one, it just kind of override it. So yeah, I don't know why they don't give this device more space so that you can load maybe like 10 or 15 of them and switch between them. But it comes with 3 or 4 built-in, and then it only allow like 2 customization from my perspective. So I think these again are software and firmware update that they can improve on. They should improve these kind of thing in terms of features, and then they should improve the software overall experience. So that will be better to see more statistic. The one positive thing I would like to say about this device again in terms of data is that all of these data, blood pressure, all of the heart rate, everything, all of that is can be imported into Apple Health, which is really nice for me because that's where I can see all my health status and aggravated data and statistics. So it's really nice to be able to see those in there, and you can see here all the aggravated data over the course of time. For example, you can see the range of blood pressure, you can see the heart rate, and those type of things, and I think it's really good. Okay, so after about 3 weeks of using the device, what do I think? I think for the price currently, roughly over $50, I think this device is not really worth it in terms of the software. I think you should stick with one of the Mi Band Pro, and if the company are listening, they should improve your software, and then I think this device will be a contender. Again, really nice design. These buttons are kind of used for turning on and off screen. You can set it to also do apps, but other than that, it's pretty basic in terms of functionality for how much it costs. If you like this video, please give it a thumb up and like it. If you enjoy this type of content, subscribe and stay tuned for more future content like this. Thank you and Happy New Year's, guys.